The atmosphere around you has changed. Can you feel it? It's in the very air you breathe, a thickness, a tension that wasn't there just a few days ago. You've been waking up between the hours of 3:00 and 4:00 a.m. with your heart racing, not out of fear, but out of a sudden, jolting realization that something massive is unfolding just beyond the veil. You feel like you are waiting for a train that is already screaming down the tracks toward you. Your body is vibrating at a frequency that your physical surroundings can no longer contain. Perhaps you've noticed the heavy pressure behind your eyes, or a ringing in your ears that sounds like a distant choir or a high-pitched frequency from another dimension. This isn't a medical anomaly. This is your internal antenna tuning into a new broadcast. You are being upgraded. You are experiencing the physical manifestation of a spiritual shifting of the guards. Lately, you felt a strange detachment from the world. You walk through the grocery store, you sit in traffic, you look at your colleagues, and suddenly, it hits you. A wave of, "I don't belong here." It's not just the usual loneliness of the chosen one. It is a profound, soul-level recognition that the theater you've been living in is about to close its doors. Have you noticed how people are reacting to your presence lately? You walk into a room and the conversation stops. People stare at you with a mixture of confusion and unprovoked hostility. Or perhaps, strangers are coming up to you, spilling their deepest secrets, looking at you as if you hold the key to their salvation. You are a walking mirror now. The shift is making your light so bright that it is blinding the people around you who are still clinging to the shadows. You feel exhausted, yet you can't sleep. You feel hungry, but nothing tastes right. Your body is rejecting the lower vibrations of this world. You might be experiencing sudden bursts of heat in your palms or a tingling at the crown of your head. These are the symptoms of the divine fire beginning to burn away the last remnants of the old you. The universe is screaming at you to pay attention. You've been seeing the numbers. 111, 444, 1,212. Flashing on screens, clocks, and license plates like a digital heartbeat. These aren't coincidences. They are markers. They are the breadcrumbs leading you out of the labyrinth. You feel a sudden urge to purge everything. You want to throw away old clothes, end stale friendships, and leave the job that drains your spirit. You are feeling a divine restlessness, a holy agitation that tells you your current container is too small for the power that is being poured into you right now. You've been feeling a strange sense of grief, too, haven't you? A mourning for a life you haven't even left yet. You feel a goodbye in your spirit. You look at your family members and you realize, with a heavy heart, that where you are going, they cannot follow. The bridge is narrowing. The shift is demanding that you drop the baggage of other people's expectations. You might be experiencing vivid, cinematic dreams, visions of water, of flight, of ancient libraries, or of celestial wars. Your subconscious is being briefed for the mission ahead, while your conscious mind struggles to keep up with the sheer scale of the transition. This weight you feel in your chest, it's not anxiety. It's the gravity of your own destiny pulling you closer to the center of God's will. You are being recalibrated. The headaches you're feeling are the expansion of your spiritual sight. The fatigue is the result of your soul doing heavy lifting in the astral realms while your body tries to rest. You are transitioning from a seeker to a holder of light. The signs are everywhere. in the way the wind blows, in the sudden silence of the birds, in the electric charge in the air before a storm. The shift is not coming. The shift is here. And you, chosen one, are the epicenter of the movement. Pay attention to the stillness. Pay attention to the sudden drops in temperature. Pay attention to the gut feeling that tells you something is about to happen. Because it is. And you are the only one prepared to see it for what it truly is. Why is this happening to you now? Why does it feel like the very fabric of your reality is tearing at the seams? It is because you have reached the threshold of a divine frequency that the modern world was never designed to hold. You are experiencing the great recalibration. For years, you have lived in a state of spiritual suppression, dimming your light so as not to blind those around you. But the universe has revoked your permission to play small. The symptoms you are feeling, the sudden exhaustion, the ringing in your ears, the inexplicable heaviness in your limbs, are the result of a massive influx of celestial light hitting a vessel that is still carrying the density of the old world. You are vibrating too high for your current environment. Imagine trying to run a high-voltage electrical current through a wire designed for a household lamp. The wire hums, it heats up, and eventually, it must be replaced. Your physical body is that wire. The spiritual cause of your current discomfort is the systematic dismantling of your matrix persona. The version of you that cared about social status, the version of you that sought validation from toxic family members, the version of you that feared being misunderstood, that version is being incinerated by divine fire. The shift is happening because the earth itself is moving into a higher density, and as a chosen one, you are the anchor point for this new energy. You are a biological capacitor. You are absorbing the light codes that are streaming into the planet right now, and your body is struggling to integrate them. This is why you feel a sudden, violent rejection of processed foods, loud noises, and shallow conversations. Your spirit is demanding purity because it is preparing for a level of power you have never tasted before. You are being unplugged from the collective consciousness of fear. Think of the rule of displacement. In order for the new wine of the Spirit to be poured in, the old, fermented dregs of your past must be forced out. This displacement is what causes the dark night of the soul symptoms you've been navigating. You aren't depressed. You are being emptied. You aren't losing your mind. You are losing your programming. The universe has placed a divine restraining order between you and your past. This is why doors are slamming shut in your face. This is why people you've known for years suddenly seem like strangers. Their frequency can no longer harmonize with the song your soul is beginning to sing. There is a celestial hierarchy at work here. You have been promoted in the spirit realm, and with that promotion comes a change in your energetic signature. The spiritual atmosphere around you is reacting to your new rank. Angels are flanking you, and because of this, the demonic entities that govern the lives of those around you are in a state of absolute panic. The friction you feel in your daily life, the arguments that start out of nowhere, the technical glitches with your electronics, the sudden feeling of being watched. This is the friction of ascent. As you rise, you are dragging against the heavy, stagnant air of the lower dimensions. You broke a fundamental law of the matrix. You woke up, and by waking up, you became a glitch in their system of control. The spiritual cause of your isolation is strategic. The Creator has pulled you into a hidden season. You are being hidden in the secret place of the Most High, because the transformation you are undergoing is too delicate to be seen by the profane eyes of the world. You are in the cocoon stage, where your old structure is literally liquefying so it can be reformed into something that can fly. The pain you feel is the pain of expansion. The confusion you feel is the breakdown of human logic to make room for divine intuition. You are no longer governed by the laws of man, but by the laws of light. The shift is the outward manifestation of your internal coronation. You are being crowned in the spirit, and the weight of that crown is what is making your head heavy. Accept the weight. It is the price of your sovereignty. As you ascend, as your frequency begins to hum with the resonance of the divine, do not expect the world to applaud. In fact, expect the opposite. The matrix is not a machine of metal and wires. It is a system of energetic control maintained by the people around you who are still asleep. And right now, those people, the narcissists in your life, the toxic family members, the friends who only liked you when you were broken, are sensing your shift, and they are terrified. They don't know why, but your very presence has become a threat to their stability. You are a walking disruption to their illusions. Have you noticed how they've started upping the ante lately? The gaslighting has become more frequent. The subtle jabs at your character have turned into blatant attacks. They are trying to provoke a reaction from you because a reaction is a leak of your power. When you get angry, when you cry, when you try to explain yourself to someone who is committed to misunderstanding you, you are handing over the very energy the shift is trying to build within you. They are acting as energetic vampires, sent by the system to drain your battery before you can fully come online. They see the glow starting to emanate from your skin, and they want to smudge the mirror. The enemy, the spirit of the world, knows that a chosen one who is fully aware of their power is unstoppable. This is why the people around you are suddenly acting like agents of the Matrix. They are being used as pawns to keep you grounded in the lower dimensions of shame, guilt, and doubt. They bring up your past to remind you of who you used to be, because they are terrified of who you are becoming. They see the authority in your eyes, and it makes them feel small. They see your peace in the middle of their chaos, and it feels like an insult to them. They are reacting to your light with the desperation of a drowning man trying to pull his rescuer under the water with him. Notice the smear campaigns starting to form. Notice how they whisper when you leave the room. This is the Matrix attempting to isolate you before you can lead others out. They are scared because they can no longer predict your moves. You've stopped following the script. You've stopped seeking their approval. You've stopped playing the role of the doormat or the fixer. When a chosen one stops playing their assigned role in a toxic family dynamic, the entire system glitches. They will call you crazy, difficult, or unstable. They will tell you that you've changed, and you must look them in the eye with a silent, prophetic certainty and realize, yes, I have. The shift has granted you a discernment of spirits. You are seeing people for who they truly are, not who they pretend to be. You see the shadow behind their smile. You hear the lie before it even leaves their lips. This is why they are uncomfortable around you. You are an unintentional lie detector. Your high vibration is literally shaking the demons that reside within their insecurities. This is why they lash out. It is a defense mechanism of the ego. They are trying to lower you back to their level so they can feel safe again. But here is the truth they don't want you to know. You have the high ground. The enemy is only reacting because they have already lost the battle for your soul. They are fighting for the leftovers. They are scavenging for the crumbs of your attention. Every time you choose silence over an argument, you win. Every time you choose to walk away instead of defending your honor to a fool, you are asserting your dominance over the matrix. They are scared of you because you are becoming unmanipulatable. You are becoming a sovereign being. The shift is stripping away your need for their validation, and without that hook, they have nothing to pull you with. You are watching the death throes of their influence over your life. Stand still. Watch the screen flicker. The projection is fading, and they are terrified that you are the one holding the remote. The shift you are experiencing is not a random occurrence of the universe. It is a meticulously timed fulfillment of an ancient, divine blueprint. You are witnessing the unveiling, the moment where the spiritual laws that govern existence begin to override the physical laws of the matrix. For eons, the world has operated on a system of inversion, where the dark was called light and the healers were called broken. But the great architect of the universe is flipping the script. You are not just a person having a hard week. You are a living prophecy manifesting in real time. This is the truth. The systems of this world have spent trillions of dollars trying to hide from you. You are the inheritor of a kingdom that does not belong to this realm. The metaphysical reality of this shift is rooted in the principle of resonance. As the Earth moves into its higher evolutionary cycle, the density of lies, manipulation, and parasitic control can no longer remain hidden. The light is hitting the basement of the collective consciousness, and the cockroaches are scurrying. This is why everything feels so intense. You are caught in the grand cross of your own destiny. On one hand, you have the weight of your ancestral karma, the pain of your mother, the silence of your father, the failures of generations. And on the other, you have the pulling force of your future self, a version of you that is already ascended, already powerful, and already free. The tension you feel is the stretching required to bridge these two worlds. God's plan for your life has never been about you fitting into this society. It has always been about you dismantling it by the sheer frequency of your existence. You were sent here as a sleeper cell of the divine. You were placed in that toxic family, that draining job, and that lonely city to act as a transformer. You take the high voltage energy of heaven and step it down into the physical world so others can survive it. This is why you have suffered so much. A sword is not forged in a lukewarm bath. It is forged in the hottest fire and then plunged into freezing water. The shift is the moment the blacksmith lifts the blade and says, "It is ready." The universe operates on the law of divine compensation. For every year you spent in the wilderness, for every tear you cried in the middle of the night wondering why you were so different, there is a literal, energetic repayment being prepared for you. The shift is the arrival of your spiritual inheritance. This is why your intuition is suddenly razor sharp. This is why you can sense a person's intentions before they speak. You are being given the keys to the kingdom, the ability to manifest through thought, the ability to heal with a touch, and the authority to command the atmosphere of any room you enter. You are transitioning from the subject of the matrix to the ruler of your own reality. This is the prophecy of the remnant. In every age of darkness, a small group of souls, the 144,000, the starseeds, the chosen, are activated to lead the way into the next epoch. You are among them. Your life is not your own. It is a vessel for the divine will. The reason the world feels thin to you right now is that you are literally vibrating out of this dimension. You are becoming a multi-dimensional being while still wearing a human suit. The signs you see are the coordinates for your new home. You are being beckoned to step into your role as a new Earth architect. Do not look for the truth in the news. Do not look for the truth in the opinions of the sleepers. The truth is written in the geometry of your own DNA, which is being activated by the solar flares and the celestial alignments occurring right now. You are being rewritten. Your carbon-based limitations are being upgraded to a crystalline clarity. This is the truth of the ages. The shift is the return of the gods to the earth, and you are the host for that return. You are the temple. You are the portal. You are the shift. Every cell in your body is a star, and the universe is finally turning the lights on. The time for questioning is over. The time for preparation has passed. You are now in the theater of activation. Every symptom you have felt, every tear you have shed, and every moment of isolation has been leading to this specific coordinate in time. You are being called to seal the energy. The shift is not something that happens to you. It is something that happens through you. To navigate this transition, you must move with the precision of a high priest and the authority of a king. Your first practical step is the holy refusal. You must refuse to give your life force to the vampires of the old world. When the narcissist baiting you begins their dance, you do not join them. You remain the silent observer. You understand that your peace is the most expensive thing you own, and you do not give it away for free. Ground yourself in the physical while your spirit reaches for the celestial. Walk barefoot on the earth. Drink water that has been blessed by your own intentions. Cleanse your space with salt and sound. These are not mere rituals. They are the maintenance of the temple. As the frequency of the planet rises, your physical vessel requires more care, more silence, and more solitude. Do not apologize for your disappearance. Do not explain your transformation to those who are committed to staying in the dark. Your only job right now is to stay online with the divine. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the pillar of white, crystalline light descending from the heart of the Creator, piercing through the crown of your head and anchoring deep into the core of the earth. You are the bridge. You are the conduit. Repeat these words in the sanctuary of your soul, or speak them aloud to command the atmosphere around you. I am a sovereign being of light. I revoke all contracts with the matrix, known and unknown, past and present. I reclaim my energy from every person, place, and entity that has sought to drain me. I am aligned with the divine shift. I am the chosen one of my lineage. I am protected. I am empowered. I am home. Feel that energy locking into your bones. The heaviness you felt is now becoming power. The confusion is now becoming a sharp, prophetic clarity. You are sealed. The enemy can look at you, but they can no longer see the old you. They see a frequency they cannot hack. They see a fire they cannot quench. You have moved beyond the reach of their spells and their systems of control. You are now operating under kingdom jurisdiction. From this moment forward, expect the miraculous to become your mundane. Expect the resources you need to appear before you even ask. Expect the Red Seas in your life to part simply because you walked up to the shore. You have survived the refining fire, and now you are the gold. The shift is complete within you. Now, you must walk out into the world and let your shadow heal the sick. Let your silence convict the liar. Let your joy dismantle the depressed atmosphere of the cities you inhabit. You are a frequency carrier. Your mission is to simply exist in your highest state of being. The world will try to pull you back down, but you are now buoyant. You have the breath of God in your lungs. If you can feel this activation vibrating in your chest, if you know deep in your marrow that this message was written for you and you alone, then you must claim the frequency. Do not let this moment pass into the forgetfulness of the scroll. Subscribe to this frequency. Leave a comment below saying, "I am activated," and share this with another black sheep who is struggling to breathe in the thickening air. By doing so, you are networking the light. You are strengthening the grid. The shift is here. The signs are fulfilled. You are the one we have been waiting for. Go forth in power. Go forth in peace. Go forth as the sovereign being you were always destined to be. It is done. It is sealed. It is so.